Yeah, they obviously the try on last tackle there sort of opened the door for them, and then we weren't good enough on that long try to Dufty, and he did really well there, and then it was I think it was sort of waiting for a team to take it on. I thought they had some opportunities and we had some opportunities, and none of us decided to take it until right at the end there.
You're proud that you came back against Melbourne last week, and then you've won another tough one today. I mean, they say you're a glamour team, but you're very resilient as well, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean it's good to notice that these guys do work hard for each other, and I think they had to. The last couple of weeks we've really had to hang tough and then go again. Everyone talks about momentum, and momentum can change. We had a lot in the first half, and I think we should have done more with it. And then it changed, and we let it affect us, and 2 tries, and then it sort of sat there, and we took it again. I think we've been very good at retaking back momentum once it's changed. There's some things I'd rather stop it from happening, but that's what the full season's about.
Takiaho, a couple of weeks ago you said here he was an unsexy player.
No, that was Liu. Liu was the unsexy player.
Sorry, but Takiaho.
Very sexy, yeah.
How good was he today, mate?
Yeah. He obviously missed that style last week, and the boys that filled in, and Josh Curran 45 minutes before, and then Siwa's got some quality, and I get excited, when Teddy gets the ball with just a bit of space, and you're going, come on, Teddy, go, or Latrell. But Siwa has rare opportunities, but I like it when he just gets that little bit of space, and you sort of start, rising out of your seat, and credit to him, he works hard on that. That's the former centre in him coming out, and now he's a front rower, and he's learnt the tough bits, and then he gets the joy of scoring a try like that every now and then.
You said yesterday he wanted to be the big bull in the yard. Do we see that today? 250 metres, winning try.
Yeah, I think we saw more of it again. I'm not going to get over confident on that game about the way that we played. There's a lot that I want to fix out of that game, but I feel like we've had a very good period of games and footy, and for round 7 we're in a really good spot. And the way that Siwa played, I thought he's really held strong for us, as well as other guys in this early period. But I'm not also going to get too pumped about the way that we're going.
Right, there was some big sort of pivotal plays in that game, but Jake Friend came up with 3 of them, the 40-20, the pass to Angus, and the hit on Matt Dufty at the end of the game. For a bloke coming back from a few weeks out to play the way he did. He
did, and he actually got busted after about 10 minutes. I think he was hobbling there for nearly the whole game. But Jake, I think that was one on memory more so than practice. And that's what guys of his stature can do, I guess. That was a big one. I thought had a big rap for. I think there were some really good forwards at different times. I thought Daniel Tupou added a lot of energy for us tonight. I thought he ended up having a really physical carries every time he brought the ball back, and then he ran into Ben Hunt, which obviously damaged Ben, and then he dropped the ball on the next set, and then he went off the set after, and there was, he's obviously a critical player for them, but I thought Tupou's energy, not just because of that, but the way that he carried a lot was very big.
Trent, I know it was only his first game back, and you probably don't really like talking about it too much, but how overdue would an Origin selection be for Jake, given that there is a real chance that he could press his claim in the next few weeks?
Yeah, I'm not going to get into that. I know that, I'm okay for you to talk about it, but that's not my focus. I think people who push people, I think people want to do that, but just for me, because I know that's going to come a lot over the next few weeks, I'll get asked about different players, but players select themselves on form, and I know sometimes you guys select players as well. You guys have the power to do that at different times, but for me, my job's to focus on the rounds. And I want to make sure that I'm really clear on my focus on that, and I don't get into the talk, because I've got a group of 17 that are going to have to play every week during that period.
Well, there were some gibbering journos who spoke about a hangover after round 1. I think I was one of them.
Right.
So it seems a long time ago now. But it's not even remotely there. I mean, 6 in a row, and you're just seemingly cruising. I mean, is it?
I don't think we're cruising. I think we're hungry. And I think, as I said, I think we're seeing some really good signs from players and the team. So you've got your individuals and then your team. But I think if you take a step back and have a look at that game, the Roosters can improve a fair bit. And that's, that'll be my focus. But I think I said it very early on, we're going to stay hungry. And I'm going to make sure I breed that hunger into them continuously with the staff, and both the staff and players to do that. So I think that there's been good signs in that right from round one.
I think that there's a fair bit of improvement in that team is frightening, I would think, for opposition. I know you're probably not going to give yourself a rap like that. But
I can't determine how people react. All I can determine is we worked hard to get a group of players over the last couple of years into this squad. We've worked hard to develop them, a couple of recruits, and we want to play better footy each game and each month that goes by. We want to get better. It's the same as coaches. I want to make sure I'm coaching better. So that's all we go to bed, talk about, go to bed dreaming about. That's our focus.
Do you think
your dreams are a bit of a worry.
do you think you need to get better though as well?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we definitely need to get better.
Robert, in that first half, Latrell ran for 2 metres. Is that just sort of how it rolls some games? I mean, quite clearly it's under what you would normally expect of such a player, but is that just how it sort of happens sometimes?
I think we rolled more to our right in that game, and I think Joey Manu would have run for a lot more. He had a lot more touches than probably any half that he's had in the game. So I think it was the way that our sets rolled. They often they kicked to our right, and we ended up on that right a lot, passing to Joey Manu. So I don't think that was an indication of Latrell's interest. I think Cooper really wanted to dominate with Lockie playing as well, and then Joey ended up getting a lot of ball.
What was your thought process there, Robert? Because you did speak about Latrell a bit at your presser yesterday, saying
Yep.
he'd play 6.
Yeah.
And that obviously didn't eventuate. Was that always the plan?
Yeah, it was. But just a young guy starting for the first game time on Anzac Day, I just, it's obviously not something that I do, but I need to protect a young guy going into an Anzac Day game for his first time. I felt like he was ready to step up and be a starting player for us with Luke out. I think we're really pushing those young guys to take their opportunities.
What do you think you need to be protected from, even if you think he was good enough for that job and it was only sort of a day
Yep.
earlier?
Yeah, probably the uncontrollables, some of the external stuff that comes with that. It's not major, but it's only minute, and I just think it allows a guy to get ready without noise.
Did you see enough of him in those 2 games, obviously, on the Euro play off the bench? Obviously, you opted not to start him there and move, makeshift 5'8" in, so what was it different this time around?
Yeah, I think those 2 games I saw some really good signs. The Manly game, he played a lot of time. I think he had to go on at half time, and he played a lot of time. And I also felt like he was developing what I was seeing each week, and I think it was time to get him in there and to get him playing. He's a natural 5'8", so that was the decision.
Well, you said Jake got busted after 10 minutes. Was it?
Yeah, ankle was just a bit. So he ended up hobbling a bit there. He just got a bit of an ankle.
It's nothing.
No, he played on, and I got him off when I put Radley back on, and then I got him back on to finish the game because of the side that we wanted back on that field. So he's okay, but he's got some ice packs on him.
Rob, I mean, it's been other teams that have exploded out of the blocks, and you guys traditionally seem to be a team that's notorious for peaking at the right time. Is it something you spoke about at the start of the year, or is there anything behind this year at you guys coming off the back of the grand final?
To be honest, I don't think. I agree, Nick, there with that, but I don't think we've exploded out of the blocks at all. But I think we've won games. That's how I'd feel. That's honestly how I feel about it. I feel like we've won games. But even just visually looking at it, we didn't. We didn't nail that game today or last week. We've nailed parts, but we haven't been. I don't feel like we've been the form team of the competition. I feel like we've played really tough, had some good moments, some good foundation work that you want to get early in the season. We may have won games, but it's not, even statistically, we're not really high in major areas at the moment. And that's why I think there's scope for improvement. Well, there is, and I know that.
If you're not the form team, who is?
Don't know. Someone else. I'm not sure. I think, who is it this week? Parramatta this week. So, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.